Hi, John. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
So we'll jump straight into the questions. When I was doing my research about low-code developers who are either pro-code or citizen, their end objective is to solve their customers' problems.
Mm-hmm.
Like their journeys and their customers' journeys, they have to be eventually streamlined. But we see a lot of silos in the technology still. There are still a lot of friction that is evident in many of these journeys.
Right.
Do you think low-code technology can help streamline some of these things, and to what extent?
That is actually a sweet spot for low code. I think what you're describing is oftentimes called a long tail of applications, where there are applications that automate workflows or what I think of as work processes or tasks that span multiple applications. Maybe you've got Salesforce, SAP, Oracle, mainframe systems, what have you. In order to do your work, you need to use all of those systems in some kind of a protocol or a workflow. And this is the sweet spot. These applications, a lot of people think of them as being trivial. They are absolutely crucial to efficient and effective business operations. And there's a lot of them. So low code is a great way to build them and keep maintaining them, keep evolving them as the business changes. It's, like I say, it is the sweet spot. There's so much opportunity that every company has to build those applications.
A follow-up question to that. You see there are different departments and functions like employees, regulators, partners, and salespeople. And then they are all interacting with the customer in a variety of ways. And those interactions are largely driven by technology these days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How do you think low-code can enable these journeys and help these interactions more smooth?
Right. It's an important point. In any business process, there are multiple players, usually really important business processes. You might have an owner of a process or a department head at one end, and on the other end, you've got the customer. But in between, you've got maybe someone chimes in from finance or sales, and then maybe you've got a partner that is supplying materials or parts or involved in the delivery of the process of the end product. So think of these as different role players, and they all have their distinct view of what the process is. So low code gives us the opportunity to create experiences for each one of those participants that gives them just enough to do their jobs, but doesn't overload them with all kinds of functionality that they don't get involved with.
Do you think their modernization journey will be faster and easier with low code?
What we find is that when companies struggle, it's not the products, it's not the technology, it's the processes that the companies are using.
Interesting. It sounds like you're talking about how an app evolves from a basic spreadsheet, and then how it moves to a simple application that is easy to use, and then to an enterprise grade application that anybody could use, and which can handle the complexity of a large business.
Absolutely.
So that kind of thing would be attractive to those people.
Absolutely. Well, it's attractive to a lot of not just startups but others as well. And it is a journey. That's a great metaphor to use. Mm-hmm. The app evolves, but it starts from that small kernel of an idea, mm-hmm. and then it evolves, and who knows what it could become.
My next question is also based on one of your podcasts where you talk about public sector companies using low code. We target public sector companies in a big way, and we have a lot of clients in that sector. Are there any use cases that come to your mind that were unique, that maybe broadened your horizon?
There's one case we know about in an Asian country where they were up and running with a pretty complete experience, 9 months. That's nothing compared to how much service there is. There's a lot of work in doing health and safety applications. One of the cases we know about is a European rail operator, it's a public sector organization. And you can imagine health and safety requirements in all kinds of government situations, construction, et cetera. That's another big area of opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time, John.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be with you.